Hey, how are we doing, guys? Gray here, and today we have got week 5 of the PDD. It's a good job they had it in the battle title, or competition title, because I would have forgotten. We're going up against Primal Rush, and I believe his team name is also Primal Rush. Should not have let him get in the kitchen because he just cooked ice. Yeah, this matchup is quite something. He brings roughly what I was expecting. Dash Bun was a maybe. Like, it seems like a good check, we will say, to the top 2 on this team. Clawitzer I'm a little bit surprised to see, but we are prepared for it. We do have Assault Vest Lorantis, which questionably could maybe deal with it. At least it's not like going to be taking too much damage, hopefully, from Ice Beam. If he has Sludge Bomb, different story. If we were bulletproof, oh boy, if we were bulletproof. It was excuse me. But yeah, I think the plan is pretty much just lead off with one of our Hyper Voices and start clicking the Hyper Voice buttons, because Hyper Voice does so much to his team. There's no Bronzong. I expected either Bronzong or Alola Muck over Clawitzer. But honestly, like, Alola Muck against the things that I didn't bring was pretty good. Was not too good, but against what I did bring is actually pretty decent. However, my plan was kind of just to break it down, like just break it with it trying to check too many things at once, effectively. So, yeah, that was the initial game plan. But anyway, good luck, have fun. To Primal, make sure you go check them out. Link will be down in the description below, as well as all of your coaches for the PDD this season. And yes, we are recording. That's good. Good job, Jack. You have successfully accomplished something. Yeah, so MELOETTA lead. Are we going to see Torkoal? We see Clawitzer. Okay. So, this could be Assault Vest, by all means. Clawitzer. That's a capital W. Clawitzer. It would have to be Specs to be able to 2-hit KO me. I could go for Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, that was not the team I was playing. Hyper Voice would not 2-hit KO this thing unless it's like max HP. It could be Scarfed, I guess. Do I want to Tera Fairy? Do I want to use my Tera immediately? My Tera Fairy is really good because it does mean that I can switch in better against certain things. He's almost definitely going for a Dark Pulse if he's going to attack here. So yeah, I'm just going to Tera turn 1 and go for Thunderbolt. I'm not going to overthink it too much. It means we can't Tera Fire on our Lorantis, but honestly, that's fine. The Tera Fire was more so for, again, the Bronzong didn't come. Outside of that, it was like Scyther, I guess, which also didn't come to this game. So yeah, we throw off a Thunderbolt. That does over half, and he goes for a U-turn. Honestly, that's like best case scenario for first turn. We definitely take those, that's for sure. We didn't quite do 58 to 69, so I'm going to make the assumption that this is like got some investment in Spadef. At least I don't think it did. That didn't look like it did 58, that's for sure. We'll see. We'll see what we want to go into. We aren't the quickest on this, so we do have to be aware of that. We are outspeeding, I think it's modest Toxtricity. Okay, goes into this. This is actually kind of what I wanted to start clicking Hyper Voice against, so yeah, I'm just going to click it. Fuck it. Why not? That's Spadef. Very much Spadef. Does set up rocks, that's fine. Outside of Pyroar, but Pyroar is just going to be clicking buttons anyway. Nothing else is really all that worried about it, so I'm just going to Hyper Voice one more time. There's nothing you can go into here. He straight up just doesn't have a Hyper Voice switch in. So I can just chip away at this team all day, as much as I want. We don't have our own hazards, which is surprising considering how much hazards we have potential. I decided Glamora was absolute fucking ass cheeks in this game. You know, Great Tusk, Walking Wake. Not a great start to your preparations. And that is realistically my only spinner, and it is only my only hazard setter. So, I mean, I could have had Defog on Lorantis, but I kind of needed the Assault Vest just so I could actually take some hits. But Clawitzer getting weakened is kind of nice. He has to pick something here to take this damage, and nothing's going to appreciate it. We have coverage basically for his entire team at this point. He's going to withdraw. We're going to see Clawitzer. He's just going to sack Clawitzer and then goes Dash Button. Actually, this is amazing for me. I use Spadef. I'd say that's pretty Spadef. I mean, I could go out into my even stronger Hyper Voicer. But I think instead, and this might be a weird play, I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt and try and get a Para. We are Serene Grace, so getting the Para would be, what, a 20% chance? 1 in 5? If I keep spamming it, it's bound to happen eventually, right? Let's just check the Dash. In fact, I've had to face this mon twice in a week. Tera Steel? Just Tera Fairy. Okay. I guess I probably shouldn't have let this take damage, in hindsight. We are faster. And we don't get the power. Tough. It is now Tera Fairied. And it's definitely Spadef. Definitely Spadef, like judging off that damage. Is this in range? I am Tera Fairied. Hyper Voice would still do more. There's a good chance of a Protect here. Very good chance of a Protect. I could just go into you. Yeah, I don't see a downside to this actually. Outside of us taking rocks. But that is what it is. I think we just go for the harder hitting Hyper Voice. This is considerably harder hitting. You're too nervous to eat your berries. Get fucked. There's a Protect. Okay. I mean, it can Protect again. And see that I'm going to go ahead and click Hyper Voice again. Would be back up at full. Would in fact be back up at full. So yeah, I'm just going to Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice spam goes crazy. There's the Protect. However, sir, you don't have a switch in and you are wasting your own sun. And as soon as that Torkoal comes in, to set the sun back up, I am blasting it with something. The only thing that it would actually be... the only thing that would actually live a hit from, I want to say, is going to be the Sliverwing, but even then it was especially defensive, so EQ may do a crap ton of damage. This should do around 61. If he's Spadef. Yes. Yes, that does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. However, you can just PP stall me. That would be tough. That would certainly suck. This mon is a little bit annoying. I'm glad it wasn't any other Tera, I guess. Because he's specially defensive, actually. If I go out into my my other mon, my Azumarill, that liquidation doesn't quite cut it. So we will have to sit here and endure these turns as he protect, wish, protect, wish, protect, wish, protect, wish, protect. Yeah. I mean, I could go Lurantis, actually. Just send out all my mons, fuck it. Why not? Why not at this point? He's actually going to withdraw. Does something live this? Walking Wake. I mean, fair enough. Photosynthesis speed. That's fine. That's kind of what I expected. Hyper Voice Thrust are absolutely... I was going to say, it's going to do a lot of damage here. Photosynthesis immediately wears off. And this Wish shouldn't give it too much. Yeah, I was going to say, it's only like, what, 57 HP base, I think? And I'm just going to go out into my Bungus. Because I don't believe that I, in any world, live a Hyper Voice. But this is also the only thing that's quicker outside of Weavile. I'm probably in range of Weavile after another set of rocks, but it's what it is. Weavile I don't think is the biggest problem. Can double here. No, just Hydro Steams. This should bounce off of me. It does. It does in fact bounce off of me, I can confirm. And it's Life Orb. We can confirm it is in fact Life Orb. I don't believe this has anything that should be able to do of any significant damage to me. I could definitely go. If you're going potentially for the Hydro Steam again, I could just double out into you. I don't think you Hydro Steam again, I think you always switch out. What puts the most pressure on his team immediately is going to be MELOETTA again. Right? Yeah, MELOETTA. I think MELOETTA's fine anyway. Because there shouldn't be anyone in which they stay in. It should go out into Torkoal. Yep. And we can go ahead and just start clicking some buttons again. We're taking a little bit of chip on each of our mons, but it is what it is. It's the price you pay for getting the mons in that you want and being able to click the buttons that you want. So I'm going to click Hyper Voice again. We seal this with Spadef, so we'll take another one. It's whether or not he wants this to take another one. It's truly the question. Dash Bun should be in range of 2 Shadow Balls, which is nice. What do I need to keep healthy? I need to keep Azumarill healthy, Slitherwing relatively healthy. A lot of things are moving into first impression range, at least. That's always helpful. We are Scarf Dragapult as well, so literally it outspeeds the entirety of his team. The only thing it won't outspeed, of course, is the Weavile. But we do have our switch-ins to Weavile, so I'm not super concerned about it at this current time, at least. Hyper Voice spam again seems incredibly free. He's going to withdraw, so something's getting sacked. Clawitzer, okay. Finally, some progress. Clawitzer goes down. Honestly, that mon is what it is. It just kind of existed. I kind of wish I kept my Tera Fire now, but it is what it is. Great Tusk comes in, so this tells me that you probably got Heavy Slam. Attack is heightened. Like, you don't CC in this situation. What would the issue be? Okay, I'm making myself a little bit weaker to Weavile if Slitherwing gets chipped. If he starts bulking up, that's not ideal. It was attack as well, attack raise. So it could definitely bulk up here. Realistically, what is Lurantis doing for me now? Actually, Lurantis could be kind of somewhat... it's kind of vital, kind of not. I'm going to make the mid-ground Lurantis play. Because if he bulks up, that also deals with that. It could be Assault Vest. Many things it could be. So we'll gain some information at the very least. Headlong Rushes. Ow. That did so much damage. My god. Okay, so after rocks, that put me down to 153. So 153. After rocks put me to 45, so it would have done maybe like 42. I could just Giga Drain on this. I can hope I live and just Giga Drain. I think that might be the play. Ice Spinner, okay. We're just getting some information here, which is always really very nice. The sun is still up, so I believe I can probably go Pyroar and absolutely smack it. I could. Or I could go into the mon that is kind of here to beat this mon. And I think that's what I should probably do. What I should have probably done before as well. So we are going to get the attack boost, which is sweet. Love that. There's just nothing he can do, I don't think, that's going to cause me too many issues. Granted, he is in the sun and attack boosted. Okay, he's going to withdraw. You going to see dash one? Yeah. I mean, I am attack boosted, so this is going to hurt. Yeah, that did a lot of damage for not very effective. And I will U-turn because you should. I say should. Should go for either protect or for a wish here. Just protects. Okay, so now EQ to a dash button will do more. First impression, 18 to 21 probably. Earthquake should knock it out from this range. And that's what I'm going to go for. Especially because we got the attack boost currently, yeah. So Earthquake should by all means be able to knock this out. And this annoying ass dash button can get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Done. Get out of here. Enough of your shit. So I don't have to worry about trying to break this thing anymore. Honestly, I don't think U-turn would have done... probably would have done enough. 18 to 21, that looked like it was probably in range for that. Walking Wake comes in. Gets the photosynthesis. Sun got one more turn? I assume one more turn of Sun? Yeah, one more turn. So I will... Yeah, I can literally just go a Zoomer on this. Slitherwing's got a lot of work to do in this game still, so obviously I'm not going to let it go down. We're going to see another Hydra Stim. I mean, this will do more damage. Yeah, that does a great deal of damage in the sun. But that's fine. The sunlight fades. Photosynthesis obviously wears off. And he gets the wish. Once again, I could make the play into MELOETTA. But I think this time I am just going to click Play Rough. Because I haven't clicked a button with this mon yet. And just chipping Torkoal down to below half as well could be pretty vital for an endgame. That does a decent amount of damage. That's a resist as well. So I'm pretty sure that in the sun... Like, what would you want to go into? Honestly, it would just be Walking Wake. So, Liquidation. It goes Walking Wake, goes Walking Wake. Could also just Protect. Scout. Yeah, I'll do that. Hopefully the Great Tusk doesn't come in. That would probably be worst case scenario right now. But I think my Slitherwing should be able to outlast the Great Tusk. The only issue would be if it's Bulk Up. But I assume it's Rapid Spin, Headlong Rush, Close Combat, Ice Spinner. At this point, the Weavar's still alive, so he can't just win with Drag Pulp. Which is a little bit sad, but, you know, it is what it is. He does withdraw. That's annoying. Walking Wake. Great Tusk. Man, I should have licked quick. Man, English is hard. Should have just clicked Liquidation. We've done a good amount of damage to this. By a good amount, I mean probably like 20%. We've shown that we got this, but I don't think this is Bulk Up. I think we should be okay even if it is Bulk Up. Famous last words, I'm sure. Headlong rushes. Okay, well, Azumarill is at as much health as it's possibly going to get to at this point, which means that after rocks, it will be just under half still. Yeah, I mean, it's just under half anyway. And now we go Slitherwing. And we use Slitherwing for what Slitherwing was intended to do. Attempt, at least, to check this mob. It's actually going to draw. Goes into Walking Wake. That's a nice play. Very nice play. Maybe we're becoming a bit predictable. Just a little. I do still need to keep this Mon alive, I believe. How much does this do? Just out of interest, in the sun to a Walking Wake. Not nearly enough for me to warrant ever clicking a button. Not unless it's much lower than it currently is. I mean, your days are numbered. How many turns a sun? 3 turns. 4 turns. Maths is hard. Potentially 4 turns, yeah. So I could go for damage on this. Because you're still pretty good against everything else on this team. Pyroar is going to be really nice if I can get it back in at some point. I'm probably going to have to get Dragger in, aren't I? And click. Alright, okay. I'm going to go out into Azumarill. Because this thing's going to start taking some Life Orb check. And eventually it's going to be in range of that first impression. But the main thing is, hopefully I live 1. You love to see it. Right. I mean, there's no reason for me to not protect, right? Because he just clicks it again. And this kills off another turn of Sun. So yeah. If he goes Great Tusk, then fuck me, I guess. Because Play Rough should always be my play. I guess Protect could also be seen as just always my play. He's going to draw. Oh man, if I click Play Rough, I should stop clicking Protect in general. This is actually better for me. Because I once again get to click Protect after this. Which means that I should be able to live a round of rocks after those leftovers. So I'm just going to click Protect again. No reason to not. Headlong rushes again. And it's what, 1 turn of Sun left, I want to say. Yeah, I still make this play. I mean, he is chipping me quite a bit. To the point in which I am a little bit concerned. That Headlong Rush might start doing some meaningful damage. But at least we'll get a little bit of chip here if he stayed in. Which he did, of course. Ow! Oh my god, that did a lot. But regardless, now he's at -1. Regardless, I click First Impression here, because he's at -1. I mean, it's going to do very little damage. So without... I'm at 76 HP, which is like nothing. I can't really Morning Sun on anything. My Weavile checks are starting to get worn down. Regardless, I'm going to click First Impression if he goes Torkoal. Maybe I should have clicked Morning Sun and made that read. Actually, I don't think Torkoal will do enough to me. My first impression, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna do some decent shit. And he's gonna then Headlong Rush again. Okay. So this is falling into range. This is falling into range of most of my team now. I think I go Pyro. Pyro and just continually spam Hyper Voice. Dragon Ball probably is the win con here at this point. So yeah, I'm just going to click Hyper Voice. No reason to do anything else. Torkoal comes in, it will die now. Yep. So he's got 8 turns of Sun, but those won't be necessary at all. The only issue we'll have is if we miss a Draco. So let's try and not do that. You're still somewhat more useful than my Azumarill at this point. How much does MELOETTA take? From Life Orb, Hydro Steam in the Sun. I'm going to assume it'll be a lot. It'll be a lot of damage. He does take another round of Life Orb. I still don't think this is going to be in range of Shadow Ball. So Hydro Steam in the Sun from Life Orb, modest. It is... Nah, it's actually probably timid, because it's speed boosting nature. In the Sun, actually shouldn't do that much, and I have Tera Fairy'd. But does that put me in a worse position? Arguably it does. Because if Weavile gets an SD up, then I'm in trouble. But that still happens regardless, right? So yeah, I think I've got to go into MELOETTA now. Gotta go MELOETTA, gotta click Dazzling Gleam. It's possibly in range to kill, I would assume it is. Just looking to see if I've missed anything, I don't think I have. This should still do a crap ton of damage. The main thing is that I don't want to click Draco here and then give his Weavile a free turn. Like, Weavile gets no free turns here. That's the main thing. Walking Wake could be his win con. He might see that as his win con. I think Weavile is at this point. He's actually going to withdraw. Wow. Okay. And he's going to give me Great Tusk. This was the thing I was most concerned about. So I will take that. And I literally cannot do anything besides stay in and take what I assume will be a poison jab. Because MELOETTA now doesn't win me the game. How much does Dazzling Gleam do to a Weavile? It's probably not enough, right? It actually would be enough. I'm going to click it. He's probably got the poison jab. I'd assume that's why he's made the plays that he's made. But we do have some defense investments, and maybe we live. If he's banded, I don't think there's any world. We do live. Get the gleam off. Does knock it out. Okay. So maybe now. How much... What health does Walking Wake need to be at for me to click Shadow Ball? Because boy do I not want to risk it. Okay, it's going to be at like way too much health. I will just Gleam again. He definitely knocks me out now. There is no two ways about it. It's all going to come down to a single Draco Meteor. Man, this endgame is fun, isn't it? Right, Dragapult, please do not let me down. We've had our fair share of bad luck this season. We sure as hell do not need any more. I guess what I could do is U-turn. I think it just delays the inevitable. Good shit, Dragapult, good shit. Okay, 2-0 win. We're back on form. 2 and 3. We're moving towards playoffs. Scarf Dragapult definitely ended up being the bring. MELOETTA put in absolutely ridiculous amounts of work. And so did the Pyro. Both Mons. If I just stayed on the offensive, I think I won that game much better, but yeah, like came down to a lot closer than I probably should let it get to. Which sounds really kind of egotistical. That's not what I mean. But yeah, good game to Primal. Make sure to go check them out. His link will be down in the description below, as well as all the coaches for the PDD this season. If you did enjoy battle, please leave a like. We're nearly at 1k. We're not too far off now. I know we can make it before the end of the year. And if everyone who's watching now subs, then we would actually just make it today. So let's make it happen. And until the next one, have a great day, guys.